So starting on your hands and knees, take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, arching up. Inhale, rolling forward. Exhale, arching up. Inhale, rolling forward. Exhale, arching up. So last one. Those cats and cows are like first aid for your back, and you can just really feel into each vertebrae as you move through that sequence. Take your hands one handprint forward, curl your toes under, push back to down dog. You're going to walk this out here. So hands are even, fingers are nice and wide, and just bending each knee. Deepening that stretch on each side of the body. You might want to come high up onto the toes, wriggle, wriggle. And then as you exhale, heels lower deep into the mat. Breathe. And feel your whole body lengthen from fingertips to toes. Exhale down to the knees. Inhale, float up. Hands come down and in front. Either support the back here, clasp the hands together and open. So just choose a slightly different stretches. That's good if you've got a sore back to support your back. Could even massage it. Or otherwise, if you're wanting to open through the chest, if you're spending a lot of time on your computer, you're here. Exhale, pose of a child. Come on down. Hands come forward into extended child pose. Breath to table. Arch it up. Roll it forward. Flow back to down dog. Exhale to the knees. Breath in, coming up. Hands come down. Open through the chest or support the back. Down to pose of a child. Extended child pose. Breath to table. Arch it up. Flow back to down dog. And then release, just holding it here. We're going to take our right foot forward. So you could do that from table or you could do it from down dog. So from down dog, you might want to take the foot to the sky and swing it through. Otherwise, you could be in your down dog, drop down to the knees and move the foot forward. So sometimes it doesn't get all the way forward and you have to take hold of the foot and just place it where you want it to be. Knee is stacked over top of the ankle. You'll move this knee back and you can be either here on the knee, you feel a stretch through the front of the leg there, or you could be on the toes. So stretching through this hip flexor helps our backs. Sometimes they're tight. And back to plank. So half plank is on the knees, full plank is on the toes. So just work at a pace that's right for you. And we're going to lower that to the floor. So you could drop down to the knees and then lower down vertebrae by vertebrae. And then breathe in, coming up. Nice and low to your cobra. Breathe here. So you're not using the hands, using the breath, the back and the belly to lift. Breath up and down. Breathing all the way back up to up, extended up dog. Shoulders are down. Sometimes they want to climb into the ears. I've got my legs apart, but you could easily have your legs together. And then back to pose of a child. Counter stretch that for a moment. This is puppy dog pose. Pose of a child is here. Come to table. Arch it up. Roll it forward. And then from here, left foot's forward. Either you're using your hand to support it through, or you're in down dog. And the foot's gone to the sky. And you've swung it in. Nice deep breaths. Remember, you can be here on the toes or you could be on your knee. The most important thing is that you're having a conversation with your body about what feels right for you this morning, today. And then back to plank. Hold it here and feel strong. So remember, you're either on your toes and you're breathing, or you're on your knees and you're breathing. You can come down to the floor. So remember, you can either lower from the hips, or you could take the chin down first. Elbow, stay nice and close. Breathe in, up to table, and back to pose of a child. Pose of a child is going to lengthen through the lower back. Puppy dog pose, you're here in the bottoms of the ear. That stretches more through the thoracic spine. Coming back to table from here. Take the right hand up. Take it down and through. Coming onto the shoulder, the left hand is going to stay at the floor, or you're going to take it to here. And breathe. Back to center. Back to a neutral spine. Take a moment to just scan over the body and check out the difference in the left and the right shoulder. These pauses and reflections are important in our practice and in our lives. Take the opposite hand up and then take it down and through. The other hand comes to the base of the spine, or you've kept it on the floor. Back to center. And then arching up, rolling forward with that intention of using both sides evenly. In a balanced way. From here, we're going to take the right foot out behind us, bend your knee, push up, exhale, draw that into the chin, forehead, sorry. Inhale, lift up, exhale, take it away, drop it over to the side, turn to create that C shape in the body, back to center. Bend the knee, up, exhale. Breath up, extend, lower. Back to center. Change the feet. You can do more of those if you like. It's a 10-minute video, so we're just taking 2. Keep it easy. Take it over. Turn to look at the toes. Breath to center. Bend the knee. Push up. Exhale. Breath up. Extend it away. And lower it down. Turn to look at the toes. Back to center. Soften that off. So either cats and cows, pose of a child, puppy dog pose, or down dog. So the best way to take care of your back is to have conversations with your back where you're listening to it and responding to the message it says. So if any of these don't feel right for you, then letting your body be your teacher. Drop down to the knees and come over onto your backs. I'm going to draw our knees into our center and just soften that off here. So it could be side to side. You could take it round in circles, one way and then the other. Placing the hands beside you and then the feet on the floor. We'll start with some pelvic tilts. We're just going to draw the tailbone up, lower back into the mat. And then release. And then exhale, draw it up, tighten. Inhale, release. Exhale, tilt and lift and tighten. Inhale, release. Begin to flow that up, vertebrae by vertebrae, and coming into a bridge pose. So you might want to come just part way up. You could continue to come all the way. You could use the hands here, you could clasp them, or you could support the lower back. Nice deep breaths, and you should see your belly moving. And then lower that down, vertebrae by vertebrae. Taking the feet to the sky. And then gently pushing up and lowering down. So we're working our back from the inside out. And then release. Let that go, taking these feet around in a cycling motion. So either one leg at a time, and you want to take nice big circles. So the bigger the circle, the stronger it is going to work the core, and maybe the more pressure on the lower back. So if your back's small, tight or sore, you might want to just start with smaller circles in the air, but as your strength develops and the mobility increases, you can take bigger circles here. Take it back the other way. You can also do this with the feet together, but remember, if you're using both the feet together, so it looks like that, that does put more pressure on your pelvic floor. So if you're strengthening your pelvic floor, working on your pelvic floor, then this would be an exercise to avoid. I'd do one leg at a time. If you had big babies or fast babies, one leg at a time. And then release, letting that go. Your knees can come in. You can massage that out. And then coming into reclining butterfly and taking a few moments to just rest here. Just scanning over your body, scanning over your back. If that's too tense for the knees, you could take the feet to the outside of the mat and drop the knees in. But just scanning over the body and having a sense of what it feels like after just a few minutes of stretches. Keep breathing. And I'll see you in the next video.